What is up, guys? It is the Sound Alchemist, and I'm here with
Gersh. One.
And that's right, he is wearing a cap.
A cap.
No cap in this for the greater.
Yeah. This is a video series where we answer the questions left by you, the viewer. If you have a question for us, comment down below. Put question in front of your question because we get to those questions first. Also, no, never mind. I'm not going to say that. This question comes from Digital Sigma. He asks, if given enough time, could Guilliman rid the Imperium of some of the religious dogma that has caused it to stagnate? Well, given enough time, he could do whatever he wants, right? He's Guilliman.
Well, I don't know. I don't think he could do whatever he wants because I still feel that he's going to be bound by the
High Lords.
Yeah. But anyway, what dogma is he talking about?
Oh, okay. So
we got to explain it.
Back in the day, during the Great Crusade, this was before the Imperium was what the Imperium is today. So this is when the Emperor was walking amongst man. He hated religion. He did not want to be worshipped as a god. And then the Horus Heresy happened. He was put into the Golden Throne. And then all of a sudden, this thing called the Imperial Creed was created. You can go into it pretty in depth, but there's a 40 facts on the Imperial Creed. So if you guys want to find out more, you can jump on there. But the Imperial Creed basically created these dogmatic
beliefs, rituals, a whole religion, basically.
Yeah, basically saying that the Emperor is a god, and he has always been divine. And that he needs to be worshipped every single second of your life. The Space Marines, with the exception of a couple, with the exception of a few chapters, understand that the Emperor was a really, really awesome guy, but he was not a god. And Guilliman understands that the Emperor is his father, but he's not a god. Mm-hmm. So Guilliman would definitely be on the boat of let's not worship him as a god. And you can tell that because most Ultramarine chapter homeworlds are not as dogmatic or as
theistic.
Yeah, as all the other places. So I think that with Guilliman creating or expanding the Ultramar sector, yeah, he is already doing that. He's already trying to make it less religious and more we need to focus on the good things because we're here for the good times, not
the long time. But I mean, the thing is though, he said it himself, Guilliman, that is, that his main course of action is to fend off chaos. Chaos is besieging the Imperium on many different fronts, and because of that, that's what he's got to focus on 100%, or chaos is just gonna destroy the Imperium. So they could go on believing what they want to believe. His goal is just to keep the Imperium safe by driving out chaos.
Yep. And also another thing that you have to keep in mind is that even though he is considered, I think the title of Guilliman, right? So he's basically second in command only to the Emperor.
Right.
You still have all the ecclesiarchy, so the High Lords of Terra, that aren't going to let go of their power. That power is cemented into the foundation of what the Imperium is. And for Guilliman to actually try to completely tear off that religious dogma from something like Terra or other major worlds,
he risks another civil war.
Basically, yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's you've already got enough to worry about. Let's not make things worse.
Mm-hmm. Because we're here for the...
Yeah. We're here for the good time, not for the long time.
Next question comes from Travis Becker. He asks, do planetary defense forces utilize nautical units? Yes, they do. Mm-hmm. During Armageddon, so the second war for Armageddon and obviously the third war for Armageddon, those nautical units fought the submersibles that were sent out by the orcs. So they had navy,
submarines,
ship battles, all that kind of stuff. You don't see that represented in 40K because it's lame.
Yeah, it's like, why not? You could do like, what's that one game called where you could play like in space? Battlefleet Gothic?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And like, obviously you could do like skirmishes, but no naval battles.
Yeah, they don't really have naval battles.
Under the sea, not for 40K.
What you can do is, if you do ever want to play something like that, is use Imperial flyers. And you really have to create a board for this. But you can have like Imperial be like talk to another player and say, hey, we're gonna do like kind of like dog fights out in the sea. I'm gonna bring my Imperial Guard regiments. They're gonna represent the nautical units of the Planetary Defense Force, and you can bring whatever you want. You can bring like orcs, because that's what I thought of. And then you can create like little submarines that your units can stand on, and then you can make rules for them to be moving and stuff like that. That'd be fun.
Be interesting.
Yeah. You can't ever go in the water. If you touch the water, it's like lava. Mm-hmm. You might as well just make it lava. Yeah.
Speaking of lava, this burning hot question is from Tamborak. What do you think would be the fate of Abaddon? Will he go out in an epic battle, or will he always just be hanging out in the warp?
I think something's going to happen to him because GW is really pushing towards the narrative.
Yeah, Black Legion is like in the spotlight right now.
Mm-hmm. What's going to happen to him? I really don't know. I don't ever think he's going to become a demon Primarch.
No.
Or not.
Or Demon Prince, because that kind of goes against his beliefs.
Yep.
But, I mean, it's been known for notable characters to change their beliefs, to die outright, so. But no, I don't think he'll die just because he's like a huge name character for the Black Legion, and that kind of takes away like one of their key players.
Yeah.
So yeah, he'll always be just chilling in the warp. Onto, infinity number of Black Crusades.
Yeah. Next question comes from the Lucky Dragon. He asks, would you like to see a Skaven war fleet? Warp lightning cannons as a main battery? What are your thoughts? A Skaven war fleet.
Oh, like the rats from Age of Sigmar?
Yeah. No.
Yeah, I feel like Skaven don't really fit into the aesthetic of 40K. Well, I mean, they do, but I don't want them in there.
Well, that, and there's already other units that have it. So, like, the cool thing about Skaven is that they represent that fifth Chaos God in the Age of... the Age of Sigmar?
I think so. The Great Horned Rat.
Yeah. So, they are a thing. They kind of, like, are a combination of... Or not even a combination, but, like, in 40K, I think the Skaven would represent a combination of, like, Tyranids and Nurgle, and Chaos. And it's just kind of like, well, do we want that? Because we already have Chaos. We already have Nurgle. Nids don't really get love no more.
What happened to that?
So maybe focus on already existing factions and give them more fluff. Or give them more love, just in general. And then not bring Skaven into it. Yeah.
Because then it'll be, here comes a new Skaven thing. And then it's like 6 months of Space Marines.
Yeah. Check out our 40 facts on the Smelt Rats, though. Because they're basically Skaven.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Jamie Smith asks, are you guys sponsored by Popeyes?
I wish.
Yeah. The new chicken sandwich comes out as of this recording, so...
We'll see if we go.
It's probably going to be hella packed.
Yes. Next question comes from the big one.
Oh.
He asks, who's the better MILF porn star? Ava Adams or Lisa Ann? I don't really know them.
I don't think Ava Adams is that old, though.
I don't even know who that is, man.
I mean, yeah, who are they? Lisa Ann is way older. I'm pretty sure of that.
I'm gonna look her up. Oh, and I think I know who the Lisa Ann chick is.
Yeah, it's like I like to make more jokes about Lisa Ann, at work at least, because more people get that. But I'd probably go with Ava.
I'd go with Miss Raquel.
Oh,
throwing a third person into the mix.
I mean, if you want to throw a third person, let's go with Miguelito.
Yeah, he's the best MILF. Mm-hmm. Next question comes from Alistair Smith. What type of spook is most spooky to you? For me, it's a mouse Skellington. Because it is so small, it could be in the room right now and not even know it. I think so. A mouse skeleton. Yeah.
I mean, it depends because like rats can get pretty big, but rats are outside.
Yeah.
Mice, however.
But then, does that transfer over to like a skeleton mouse? Like if a skeleton mouse goes outside, is it a rat?
It's a skeleton rat, yeah.
But is it though? Because like,
it died as a mouse, right? So it forever stays as a mouse.
Oh, so it might be, yeah. So that's when a skeleton mouse is a mouse forever, regardless of whether it's inside or outside.
Word. Speaking of which, my hamster died a few days ago.
Oh, you had a cat though.
Yeah, I got a cat now, yeah.
So eventually, the cat would have killed the mouse.
She put her head in like his little like
container.
I'm like, oh, that's bad news.
Yeah, cats are evil. I don't like cats.
You'll meet her today. This one is by Mark Brigandi. I knew it. Gersh is a furry. First one.
So last week, for all those that don't know, I wore a onesie, a wolf onesie, for Halloween, and it was the most comfortable thing I have ever worn in my life. Like I'm upset that I won't be able to wear that anymore. It was that comfortable. I went to a Halloween party yesterday, and it was super comfortable. Playing Circle of Death while in a onesie is probably life-changing. You need to try it.
Yeah, it's like, would you say it's kind of akin to teetering on a ledge of a 50-story building? Like, you're surrounded by death, but you feel so secure.
Yeah, it's almost as if you know that if you do fall, clouds will catch you.
I got you, homie.
Flying nimbuses.
Nimbai?
Next question.
Chadwick Blackard. If Sigmar and the Stormcast existed in 40K, would the Emperor have sought out their aid to fight chaos? Or better yet, if the Emperor wakes up as a god of order, would the other gods manifest as well? Maybe something like a new Eye of Terror, but an Eye of Tranquility?
I don't think so. I think the Stormcast Eternals are basically Space Marines.
Yeah, they're Sigmarines. That's their thing. But yeah, I'll definitely see them working alongside Space Marines.
Yeah, I agree.
Pues sí, no?
Next question comes from Noctis Lucius. Why does the Sound Alchemist look like bearded Ricardo Milos? Do you know who Ricardo Milos is?
Oh, dude. That is the best compliment I've ever gotten.
The guy looks swole.
He's like like the memes for him are hilarious.
He's an actor. Like, what is he?
A god.
Next question.
I'm going to sleep good tonight knowing that.
Conrad asked, do you want a cookie? Yes, we said yes last time. You could send us cookies. We don't have a P.O. box anymore. We need to get a P.O. box.
We'll get lost in the warp.
Yeah. Last question, and it comes from John Rogers. The question is, would the Tau let the Men of Iron take refugee?
Oh yeah, hands down. As long as the Men of Iron pledge themselves to the greater good. Because, I mean, they're just another race in the eyes of the Ethereals.
That is interesting. That is very, very interesting. Because it would be yeah, I guess you got to consider them a race.
Yeah, I mean,
even though they're not robots, they're AI. They live indefinitely.
I still think they'll take them in. Like, if they take in like Vespid and all these other races, like, why say no to the Men of Iron?
Robots. Yeah, are there already robot races?
I mean, I don't know if there already is robot like races, but they're getting very, very close to AI with like their drone technologies.
So the Men of Iron could probably help them.
Well, I think they specifically are halting the technology to create AI, just so like the drones don't like think for themselves, and just think enough to get the job done.
Yes.
We'll see, no?
Yeah. And those were the questions for today. If you guys have more questions for us, comment down below.
This has been the Sound Alchemist.
Gersh 1.
We are out.